a new camera for my birthday. Alright, I talked in an earlier video about foraging and getting free food from your neighbors and friends and family, so I thought I'd do a video showing you guys all the stuff I did this year that I didn't pay for. Some of this came out of my garden, so it doesn't technically count, but most of it did not. So alright, so here's pesto. I made this pesto, and right now it's just basil and olive oil and garlic, and that goes in the freezer. And you'll notice that I have 5 jars of pesto. I'll add the Parmesan cheese and the pine nuts when I defrost it. This gorgeous stuff here is applesauce. This is amazing applesauce that I put it through the food mill with the skin on, so that's why it's pink. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 bags. There's another bag in my freezer, but it's stuck in there, so I couldn't get it out to show you. So each of these bags weighs 4 pounds. I got 20 pounds of applesauce. This is prune preserves. Look at how I failed to properly seal. Well, what I did is I overfilled. And so when it froze, it swelled up, and now it burst through the top. And so I'm going to have to fix those. But I got 2 of those. Those are my prune preserves. In my neighborhood, everybody has a prune tree, and nobody picks them. It's a sad, sad tale. You guys, you gotta ask your neighbors and your friends and your family members if they have these things, that you gotta pick them. Especially like apple trees, because everybody's got an apple tree, and they'll tell you, oh, you can't eat the apples off of it, it's too sour. Fine, don't eat the apples, make them into applesauce, make them into apple pies. Sweeten it if you have to. These are, you know, Macintosh and something else, Gravensteins. So those are real apples that I got for free that I'm very fortunate to have. But you know, if your neighbors don't have a real apple tree, I bet you can use the applesauce anyway. This is tomato preserves, tomatoes out of my garden, tomato preserves. These are cherries from a family member's cherry tree, and I have, I don't know how many of those, lots and lots of cherries, which should be pitted before you freeze them. This is the remainder of the apples that have not yet been sauced. I'm using those for juice, and you can see these are not perfect apples, so oh well. I probably won't eat that one. That one looks like something else ate it first. Pickles, some refrigerator pickles, and some that I got the jars to seal on. Oh, I don't think I got the refrigerator ones out of the refrigerator, so there's more pickles in the refrigerator. There's raspberries. I'll puree those. That's just something somebody dropped by. Here's blackberries. These are the blackberries off my blackberry bush. Blackberries grow wild here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 quarts of blackberries this year. So nice. I will also puree those when I defrost them. And so that's that, and these little sugar pumpkins that somebody gave me. Aren't those adorable? So I did get the basil and the tomatoes out of my garden, but everything else was given to me for free. Oh, I gotta show you guys. I have some zucchini over here. Some of these are from my garden, some of them are from other people's gardens. So there's those. And you know, there's just, you can get a lot of food if you keep your ear to the ground. A friend was telling me that she volunteered at the food bank. And what they did is they picked fruit from people's trees who didn't want it, and then all of the blemished fruit they were allowed to keep, which was a ton of fruit. So there's programs like that. There's websites that list fruit trees that people don't want to pick in your neighborhood. There's your neighbors who have an apple tree or a pear tree or a plum tree, prune tree. Italian prunes, which I grew up calling prunes, but everybody else calls plums, so whatever. That they don't want to pick. There's, you know, gosh. There's end of season cheap deals to be gotten if you go and pick in the orchards themselves. you know, there's just a lot of opportunity here. So go and get yourself some free food. And if you don't see my face for a little while, it's because I'm totally entranced with my camera, and hopefully this will turn out. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.